Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to do a talk video about the 2020 batch pass outs, like how they are getting affected by this COVID-19 scenario, and how much uncertainty they are facing, and due to the hiring process which has been getting delayed, and many companies have also dropped the interviews. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that. Okay, since the outbreak of this pandemic, COVID-19, companies have been delaying the interviews, and some of them have even been dropping them because, according to a survey, 60 to 65 interviews have been dropped or delayed because there were lockdown in many parts of the country, and people were advised to stay at home to stop the spread, like to curb the spread of the virus. So yeah, also okay, I'm going to talk about my college. Like my college shut down around mid of March due to this lockdown, and we were asked to vacate the hostels and leave the campus and go to our hometowns. And so there was some portion of us to a batch like they had not been placed yet, and there were many interviews lining up in the future dates that had to be taken in our campus. So yes, all those interviews got cancelled. Like not all, some of them got cancelled, and some companies which are still hiring they prefer telephonic interviews. So yeah, and there were many. Most of the students who had got placed in the campus drives, uh, like majority of the proportion have not yet received their offer letters. So yes, that is the fear that most of the 2020 batch pass outs are having, like the fear of losing the job they had received, and the uncertainty because no one knows what's going to happen now. Even the office people, like the people who have even jobs, they are worried that they might lose their job, they might be slacked by the company because the from end March, most companies have been engaging in like one of these three. Like first is cutting off of salaries and asking employees to go on a indefinite leave period without pay, and the third is slacking up, they're cutting out the jobs. So I'm going to add few clips of my friends and classmates who are of 2020 batch, and they're expressing their feelings out. So do hear them.
Hi, my name is Ujjwal and I was supposed to graduate with my PGDM degree by April 2020, but thanks to the COVID outbreak, I'm still a student and I don't know when I will be able to call myself a postgraduate. And since this is the final years of my education, where you'll get to study with a group of people in a campus, I mean, you can study more, but at least that's not what it is for me. I was only scared that I'm not getting a farewell for now. And that was my only concern. The first lockdown was announced, and I was sad that I'd not get a farewell. I'll not be able to go to college one last time and relive all the memories and hang out with my batch and go to the meeting spots and all the addas. But as we understood the severity of the issue and how much this lockdown might extend, and for our own good, not being able to meet people, not going to college, probably the possibility of giving our exams online for the last time, and just having to be at home with uncertainty, all this is just engulfing the severity and the reality of the issue now that the economy is so bad and people who got placed, this is I mean, nobody would have imagined something like this to happen, and nobody could have predicted it. But the people who already got placed and were in a safe space, that they will graduate and get into a company, are also with fear if they will get their jobs, if they will get a joining letter, or if they do, when that will happen, or if they will have the same salary that they were offered. um, Also, I know few friends who started working in a company and the company fired them, and there was the way they were sent out was also bad. It was just on a WhatsApp group they were informed that they had to let go of the employees. Now, during such times, it's very scary to think of what might happen next. But hopefully, I read a very nice post from a student of 2009 IIM Bangalore, and he explained how their whole batch was the first batch to face recession, and they were uncertain because of uncertain times. But all of them still got through. They worked harder. They understood that we shouldn't take things for granted. I'm sure similarly the batch of 2020 is also going to do the same, and we're going to come out of this successfully. Let's hope we all sail through successfully and reach the shore and make it great. I mean, even if you don't get a farewell, the next chance we get to meet our batchmates, I'm sure that'll be worth all the time we've waited. So, all the best, guys.
So, this is my friend Poonaram who has shown his concern regarding the employment rate, which has increased from 3.5% to 23.4 in just 1 year, which is a lot, and it can be shown how drastically we are getting affected by this pandemic. And also, there's this another issue like students who want to apply for the universities abroad cannot do now because of the difference in the academic calendar of the colleges. So, one thing I wanted to talk about was the global financial crisis that had been faced by the students, by the youth at around 2008 and 2009. It is a similar kind of situation, and also it was comparatively it was more like in 2008 and 9 the companies were cutting off people, they were slacking people, they were cutting down the salaries, and due to the inflation there was no cash reserves in the company. How are they supposed to do the hiring? And many people like graduates, fresh graduates, they had no jobs. So yeah, the candidates of that time are kind of are relating to the situation that we are facing right now in 2020. So I can show you some pictures that a few students of that batch which who had faced such scenario, they have something to say, and I'm gonna show you the picture. I think those messages they were like a ray of hope, and it brings a lot of confidence to the students of 2020 batch. So yeah, of course, let's try to look at the optimistic scenario. There can be a psychological reason that people are getting cooped up in this lockdown, like for 6 to 8 weeks. So of course, when the lockdown is lifted, they are going to travel more. They're gonna buy more. It's sort of like a binge buying. It's sort of like a psychological reason, and it can happen sooner or later. It's like a quick rebound. So they may wish to spend more on things. So yeah, the demand will increase, and I think simultaneously the job creations will happen. There are many companies which are hiring right now. So I'm going to list down. I mean, I'm going to list out the Google Drive link of the companies that are currently hiring, and there you can check out the profile in LinkedIn and you can apply accordingly. So yes, that's a bit of positive side. So my purpose of making this video is to let it out to the students of 2020 that instead of sitting idle and getting demotivated, you can spend time on yourself, you can enhance your skills, you can learn new skills, and you can also sharpen your existing ones. And you can do some research, you can expand your learnings because there are many platforms which are providing some courses like Udemy, Coursera. They have been providing various courses on various streams, like numerous number of streams in cheaper prices. So of course you can pursue that. Even some platforms have been giving out free courses like Howard. They have been giving some free courses which I was currently doing. So yeah, you can pursue that. And so engage yourself in various activities. Explore your hobbies like playing, exercising, gardening, singing. You can even play musical instruments. So whatever relaxes you, brings you peace. And I think now keeping your mental well-being, like focusing on mental peace, is should be your maximum priority right now. You should not lose hope, because this is just the beginning of a career. So there are more obstacles we need to go through, and this is just gonna make us strong, and it is going to help us get through the situation, and success is yet to knock at our doors. So believe that God has said something for us. So don't just lose your hope, don't get disheartened, and don't get demotivated at all, because this is obviously just the beginning, and you need to go through it. You need to be strong, and you're gonna get through, because there's so many people. You're gonna get through it together. So yes, that's all. Be happy, be motivated, stay healthy. Bye.